So I wanted to add a quick note about this that I forgot to say when I was making the video. In order for this to work, this program, streamer.bot, has to be running while you are streaming. If this program is not running, then none of your check-ins will work. You do not have to stream from a computer as long as this is running on a computer and it is connected to your Twitch account. That's all that it needs. So you can play on console, you could be out in the real world streaming from your phone. As long as this program is running on a computer that has the check-in files like this one set up on it, it will run, it will do all your check-ins for you, and you won't have to worry about anything, and you can do all your appreciations when you get back home. So I forgot to mention that when I was making it, but it's very important to know that it has to be running, and you do not have to necessarily be playing from a computer. You can play from a console or stream from anywhere you want as long as the program's running. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Enjoy the video. YouTube, what is going on? It is your boy DBoy352, and we are back with another quick tutorial video. This one is going to be about check-ins for Discords when you're streaming on Twitch. So I am a member of quite a few different streaming or streamer support Discords. And one of the things that we do is every time somebody's streaming and somebody goes and supports them, we always do an appreciation post thanking them for coming by, checking out our content, giving us any tips or tricks, and helping to promote us. And it's very, very difficult sometimes to remember, or you have to sit there and write down everyone's name so that you don't miss them in your appreciation post, because you feel the worst when that happens. So there's a couple different ways to do it, and I have a bot that I use for mine, and I've had a few people ask me how I have it set up, so I wanted to do a quick video on how I actually have mine set up so that hopefully it will help everyone out. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to streamer.bot, and we are going to download this. Once we download it and set it up and you install it, you are going to be met with this screen. So it's very basic and can be very intimidating because there's a whole lot of stuff in here, and if you're not familiar with it, you don't know how to set it up, it's very simple, and I'm going to show you guys how exactly to do it. So the first thing we're going to do is hit platforms, and when we go here, we're going to go to accounts, and right here you need to link your broadcaster account, which is your Twitch account. So link that, and once you have it linked, you will see all of your check-ins or your channel point redemptions over here, and you'll know that it's linked correctly. So in order to actually use this, I have two files that look very intimidating, but we are going to open them with Notepad, and I will have all of these linked down below. All that you need to do for this to work is copy all of this, go to import, and you are going to paste it in here where it says import string. So this one is for the automatic check-ins, and all we have to do is hit import, and there it is. So what this does is it's linked to your Twitch chat, and the trigger for what makes it happen is the first words that somebody speaks. So anytime somebody comes into your chat, the very first time that they say something, it will trigger the sub action, which is basically how it tracks their check-in. This doesn't mean that it's the first time that they've ever been to your channel. It's the first time that they are speaking in your chat in this instance. So what it does is on the first words, it throws this message out, which says thank you user, which will be their Twitch name, and it says you have been automatically checked in. Then it writes to a file. So what is right here is where I actually have this file saved. When you guys get this, this is not going to say this. It's going to say paste a file path here. And what we need to do in order for this to work is I'm going to take this, I'm going to delete all of this out, and we are going to save this. This is just Notepad, something that everyone has on Windows. and we are going to name it check-in. So it's going to save it on my desktop. We are going to hit save, and now that file is right here. So the way that we get the path is we just right click on it and hit copy as path, and then we paste it right in here. So it will be in these quotation marks. We need to delete those and then just hit OK. So now it's gonna write to this file, which is on my desktop, every time somebody comes into my chat and talks. Now you will need to right click on this and hit enabled, and then we're gonna hit save. That's gonna save all the work we just did, and the automatic check-ins are now set. So for this to work, you will need to reset the chat cache, and this will be done automatically. So I have it set to reset every 8 hours, or you can manually reset it right here. I like to come in here and manually reset it every single time I stream. And as the way I understand it, when you reset it, it restarts your auto reset cache timer. So this is by default set to 12. I'm never going to stream 12 hours, but I moved it down to 8. There are people that, you stream multiple times a day, and say you have it set for 3 hours, but you stream that specific stream for 3.5 hours. The way I understand it is after 3 hours has lapsed, it's going to reset the chat cache. So the last half hour, anyone that talks the very first time after it resets is going to check in again, and you'll have duplicates in your check-in file. So I reset it manually, and I know that I'm good to stream for 8 hours, which I'm not going to stream for 8 hours, but I know I'm good to stream for 8 hours before it will reset and I'll start getting duplicate entries. So the way that we test this is we're going to go to Twitch, and you can do this while you're offline. I'm not streaming right now. And when we go to channel, we can simply go to chat. And if this is set up correctly, then as soon as I type something, it's going to say, "Thank you, dboy352 TLC. You have been automatically checked in." So now we're going to open this file that we made that was completely blank, and you now see my name is there. So we will do it again and reset the cache. And as soon as I go here and I say something else, it's going to check me in. So when we open up this file, I should be there again. So the way that it does it, everybody is going to be stacked one on top of another. And I will show you what it looks like, because this will unfortunately do bots. It will check in bots. So as soon as Frosty Tools talks, now it's saying, "Thank you, Frosty Tools, you've been checked in." And when we open this, you will see me and Frosty Tools. But it gives it to you just like this with the @ symbols, so that all you have to do is copy this and paste it into your Discord server in your appreciation post. So you will have a whole bunch of people in there that may not be in that specific server. They may be in a different one. What I do is I copy all of them and I paste them in, and I take out anybody that isn't in that specific server. I just delete them out of that specific post. I go to the next server and I paste the exact same information in, and then take out whichever ones don't belong in there. And it truly is, it's a godsend. It's a huge, huge help. Now, if you want to do it by server specific and not automatic, say you have, like, I'm in 14 different Discords. So if I wanted to have 14 individual ones where people could select which servers they're in that they want to check in for, we can do that too. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Mega Check-in. And again, I will have this down below. We're going to open it with Notepad. We are going to copy this big, long, intimidating looking string, and we are going to import it. And as soon as we import it, we see that it is going to do the Omega Discord check-in, and we see there's already one channel in here that they could check in for. So we just hit import. Now this one is a little bit more in depth, but again, it's something that if you want to set up for individual servers, you can. And then each person that comes in can select which servers they want to check in for. Excuse me while I hit my vape. So when we hit this, the trigger is going to be channel point, channel reward redemption, and we are only looking for the Mega Discord check-in. I do have that set as one of my channel point redemptions, Mega Discord check-in. So when they redeem this, it is going to trigger this sub action down here. So the first thing it's going to do is it's going to send out a thank you message. It says thanks for the check-in, and then their username. Now, we're going to delete these because you guys will not have those, and I'm going to show you how to set it all up from scratch. So there's only one input here, and there's only one input here. So what this does is it looks for whatever text they are entering in the check-in. So this one specifically is looking for the value of the number 1, and then it's going to do the action TLC. So if I click on this, you will see there are no other actions down here it can perform because TLC is the only one over here. Now when it does the action TLC, TLC will write to this file, which I already have set up, but I will show you how to set up more. So if we take TLC, we can duplicate it. And now for this one, we are going to name it pizza because that is the next one that I had set up. And after we add that, we are going to change the file path. So the file path location, if I open this up and we go to check-ins, pizza is right here. We can right click, copy as path, and we're going to paste it right over top of this, and we are going to delete the quotation marks. So now when somebody checks in for pizza, it will write to that. But pizza is not in here. So the way we add it is we right click on the very first one, the one that asks for contains 1, and we are going to duplicate that sub action. Now we can change it to look for the value 2 instead of 1, and we can tell it that we want it to do pizza instead of TLC. So now when somebody checks in, they hit the number 2, it's going to trigger pizza, which is going to write to that file. And we can just do this over and over for each channel that we have. So my next one is PGG. We're going to get the file path for PGG, copy as path, paste it in here, get rid of the quotations, and then we are going to add PGG to here. So we are going to duplicate sub action. We're going to make this one contain A3, and we're going to make it do PGG. And that's kind of the order you have to do it in. So you have to duplicate the check-in portion over here, tell it where you want it to write, then you go in here, you duplicate whichever one of these you want, and then you set what value it's going to be, and you set the action you want it to complete. So next we need to go to our Discord. And I already have this set up, but I am going to delete it and reset it. So this is my Mega check-in. We're going to delete that. Yes, we are going to mark them all as complete. Oh, I hit cancel. And we are going to add a new reward. We are going to name it Mega Discord check-in. And we want it to say check in to the Discords using only numbers. So we had the number 1 set to TLC, we had the number 2 set to pizza, and we had 3 set to PGG. So we have to enable require viewer to enter text. If we don't enable that, then they will not be able to physically check in to each one of these. So we're going to enable viewer has to enter text, and we are going to put the cost as 1, and we're going to create it. So now that it is here, we named it Mega Discord check-in. We're going to go in here, and you see how now it says unknown. That's because I did it backwards and I deleted the redemption. So we are going to change this back to Mega Discord check-in. That way it is looking for only that check-in. And we are going to hit save. Now I'm going to close StreamerBot so that it can refresh and get a fresh connection. So as soon as it loads, we are here. All of our stuff is here. We're going to wait for these to finish connecting. As soon as this one turns green, we will be good to go. And it is taking forever to turn green. There we go. So now we are connected to everything. So when we go into our Twitch chat, we can test this. Again, you do not need to be streaming for this. As you can see, I've done all these tests without streaming. So when we hit Mega Discord check-ins, we can type in, hold on. Let me just show you guys real quick. This file is completely empty. The pizza file is completely empty, and PGG file is completely empty. So we check in with a 1, a 2, and a 3. That will check me into TLC, pizza, and PGG. I got my thanks for the check-ins, and as soon as you get that message, their names will now populate in here. So we are going to delete pizza, it's right there, delete that one, and PGG, and we are going to delete that one. And it's that easy. So doing it Discord specific, as you can see, I have a lot of different Discords that I am in that I had check-ins for. It is a lot more time consuming than doing the automatic one, but if that's how you prefer to do it, that is how you set it up. I did not create these. I was fortunate enough to get this already pretty much made, and I just did some tweaks to how I liked it. And this is the way that you will get them, and you'll be good to go. You'll be all set, and you can use them however you want. Again, I prefer the automatic instead of the channel specific, but that is your discretion. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you need any further explanation or anything, please feel free to reach out to me. You can reach out to me on Discord. You can leave a comment on this video. I do check the comments. And if you guys can think of anything else that I may be able to bring out and show you guys, I'd be more than happy. Just let me know. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. And if you guys enjoyed the video and if it was helpful, please follow. Please hit that thumbs up, and I'll check you guys later.